Good day world, and welcome back to Stuff We Do, where we do all the knife stuff you love. Knife reviews, knife tests, knife modifications, and outdoor stuff with knives. It's been a week to the day since the big tragedy. Okay, before you jump to any conclusions, I'm talking about my honey badger tong modification video. That video has been lost. Okay, so we will have to redo it. The problem I have at this stage is my camera equipment, which means my phone, old Samsung S6, that's the only thing I use for this whole YouTube thing. So I take photos with it, then I use U-cut to put things together, and then I press a little YouTube button on the U-cut thing and it makes a YouTube video, and then I go change things on my phone until I can send it to you guys. Okay. Now, I know this is supposed to be knife related, we'll get to this in a second. If you go and Google Samsung Galaxy S6, you will see that that is the only phone ever made in the whole world that cannot take an external memory card. I don't know why. And because I'm not the most technologically advanced human being on earth, I did not realize that that's going to be a problem many years down the road. So, what happened? I made a lot of little videos because I took this thing apart, I dyed this thing, I anodized the hardware, I did everything, and then when I wanted to convert it, it said there's not enough space. So I couldn't really convert it part by part. So that's what I tried to do. So I tried to convert parts into a video while deleting the parts and then trying to do the next thing, and it ended up throwing everything away. Okay, so for the last week I was crying, shaking my head, rubbing myself with ashes and things like that. So let's just look at this knife and then we will do a redo as soon as I think I'm advanced enough to do that. Okay. For specs on the tong, please go check the video. Okay. Look at this. It came out fantastic. Look at that little badger over there. Look at my honeycomb standing out. If you cannot see how nice that is, please compare it to the normal ones. Do you see the brass looking pivots and the brass looking little screws and everything? It looks fantastic. Okay, I ended up not swapping the backspacers. I wanted to do that, so I had both of these taken apart at one stage. Actually, what happened was, this one of my subscribers the other day said, was it really only in the die for 3 minutes? And I said yes. And then when I took it apart, it actually covered everything, inside, outside, everywhere. You cannot see a place that's not covered, even between the what's this called, the backspacer and the scales. It's been dyed. This one, I poured in a lot of my dye. And then what happened was I used the knife to stir it. And when I took it out, seconds, maybe 10 seconds, less maybe. When I took it out, it was this extremely dark green color. And I didn't want that. So then I went and I rinsed it off and it was dark green like this. But when I dyed it, I didn't take it apart yet because I wanted to see the penetration compared to this one. Anyway, so when I took it apart, I saw that the inside, some places where the metal were pressing against the scales, they did not dye. So the dye only went in like a few millimeters or less than a millimeter. So then when I took some sandpaper and I just sanded these off, I got this beautiful effect. And I'm actually extremely happy with that. So then the backspacer, I just sanded it and then I put it all together. And I think with the anodization of this backspacer and things, it came out fantastic. I'm really sorry I can't share the video with you, but I love this knife. But I must say, I think it came out fantastic. another thing, the other day people were talking about multiple deployment options. This knife wins because you can deploy it on so many ways. If you turn it around and you shake it, you can shake it out. If you do the flipper tab, it flips out. If you spidey flick it, it flips out. If you want to do the spidey flick there, or even in the opener, it flips out. It's got the opener, so it will open. This is a fantastic knife. Oh, and the other thing, because they have such extremely sharp spines, you can shoot ferro rods with these things like nobody's business. Scrape trees, sap off trees, and what not. Okay, so there's my sad story about the lost video. Please accept my apologies. I will redo everything and make a video, maybe borrow a camera or something. But for now, this is what my tongue came out like. It's nice, no? Okay. Stay safe, happy, and have a good one. Bye-bye.